Yo, what up, everybody? This is your boy John Patrick, and thank you again, and welcome back for checking out the Dope Ass Dude podcast. And I'm super excited about tonight because we have two amazing, dope ass dudes. You already know two dope ass dudes that's going to be joining us, and they are both dads, and they are going to be talking about dating as a dad and like some tips that they can give women who date men who have a kid or have several kids. So, ladies, this is going to be very informative for you tonight. I'm really excited about it. So, before we get started, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button to our YouTube channel. And that way you can catch us every Monday at 7 p.m. when we go live. And also click on that little bell for notifications. And then also go out and check out the website. So, I normally post a blog, and we have guest writers that's going to post blogs as well every Thursday. So it's a great opportunity for you to get some inspiration, get some insight just on life, both men and women. This is not a podcast for women. It's just so happened that it's going to be a podcast that we highlight men and we talk about various things that, hey, they can shed some light on for you all. So before we bring Omar out, we're going to bring Omar out a little bit later. We're going to bring Jay. You guys may remember him from last week, so I'm really excited to have him back. What's up, Jay?
What's up, man?
How you doing, dude?
Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
So how do you feel after last week, man? I mean, you came out, you broke the whole Boaz thing down. They realized they really not a lot of roots out there. So they maybe a little bit discouraged today, man.
Wow. No. There's some roots out there, but they didn't kill me like I thought they would, boy. I thought they was gonna murder me in the thing.
Well, man, you was putting it down on them, so it's like, what could they say? I mean, you came out and you brought out the information for them. So, like, what is it that they could say? You gave them the truth.
Yeah. That's always the best approach.
Yeah. Exactly. So, man, it was one thing that we didn't get a chance to finish talking about last week. So I definitely wanted to bring you back while it was fresh on everybody's mind. So there was a story that you told me about when you first met your current girlfriend and some information that you shared with her. So just share it with everybody that's out there watching so they can have a little bit of insight on that as well.
Yeah, it all started with a conversation I was having with one of my closest friends, my best friend. And he said, man, the dating game is different. Don't go out there and get broke trying to date, trying to spend all this money and all this kind of stuff like that, man. You'll mess around and get broke while you're trying to, date and enjoy people. I think at the end of the day, man, dating is just about, having fun, getting to know the person, getting to see if they're the potential of, if there's, future possibilities and things of that nature. And so, man, it had to be maybe like the third and fourth date. Now, mind you, I'm a dean at a college. So, my whole financial situation is totally different then. Right. But at the time when I started dating, man, I think I was making like $50,000 before taxes.
Wow.
And then significantly after. I was trying to finish up PhD work and things of that nature. And so I told her from the jump, I said, hey, I've enjoyed these times we've had together. I've really had a good time getting to know you, but I just need to shoot it to you straight up. I'm not making a whole bunch of money. I'm making about $50,000 before taxes. Right. And I said, and I'm not saying that to share with you my worth of who I am as a person. I'm sharing that to let you know that if we're going to be able to hang out with each other, if we're going to be able to get to know each other, then there can't be the expectation that we're always going to places like Papa Do's and Three Forks and Nick and Sam's and things like that on a regular basis. Right. If you want to be treated, that's not what this is about. We're about just getting to know each other.
How did she handle that? Because one time I had a dinner at my house, and one of the guys that was there, most times you have a dinner and it's a group of men and women, dating always comes up. So it was this one guy there. He said, now I totally disagree with this, but he said, if you make less than $60,000 a year, you should not be dating. So how did old girl feel about that when you told her you only making 50?
Well, that's funny that you said that. Let me tell you something else. My best friend said that he said this. He said he told his wife, who they've been married for over 10 years, when they first started dating, he said the most prized possession that a woman can have is her body. He said the most prized possession that most men can have is their finances. He said there is literally no woman that will ask after we go on a date, you going to give up your body? But you have no problem asking, will you give up your finances?
Yeah.
And he said, and so from the beginning, we had an equal playing field. She paid for hers, I paid for mine. Or if we did go places where I did pay, it was coffee shop, someplace inexpensive, so we can get to talk and things of that nature. He said that made the world of a difference, that there wasn't stress that was involved. There wasn't, I'm going to be broke at the end of the time. And we really got a chance to know each other. So when I told my lady that I'm dating right now, I told her the same, not that perspective, but I just told her, look, this is what I'm making. And my whole mindset was, it didn't really matter what she said. If she went along with it, that's cool. We can roll with it. If she didn't go along with it, then, you're not it. On to the next.
Yeah.
She was cool about it. She said, okay. She said, I'm just with you. I'm getting to know you. I kind of like hanging out with you. And she was like, that's okay. That's not an issue. But here's the thing that was powerful. She said she went and talked to her dad about that. She said, like, the day after. And I'm paraphrasing this, but she said her dad was like, well, what is he doing right now? She told her what I was doing. And she said that he had just recently finished a PhD. And she told her, she said, baby, when I first met your mother, I was beyond broke. He said, but I was working, and I knew where I was at was not where I was going to be in the future. And she could see that my work ethic, what I was presently doing, presently grinding, had the potential to pay off in the end.
Yeah.
And so he said, she bet on me. And he said,
wow.
it's made world the difference. He said,
Wow.
if you do something with the future where he's at right now, y'all can have a good living like that. She said, but the way you describe him and the way you describe his work ethic, trust me, he's not going to be there forever.
Yeah.
That brother was right, man. I ain't there forever. Them days is gone, man.
Yeah. So,
Them
ladies,
days is gone.
The moral to their story is, just be patient with a guy.
Yeah.
Be patient with a guy.
Yeah. Look at if he's a hard worker. It's different if a guy is not making the finances and he's lazy. He's not really putting into work and things of that nature. But if you got a guy that's putting into work and he's trying to make, a better life, even if 6 figures or above is not may not be the end goal. If the fact that he is growing in the position where he's at, in the field that he's at, then if he's a good man, bet on black.
Yeah.
Put all your chips into him.
Yeah. Yeah. Just be patient. He may be, the fry guy today at McDonald's. He'll be team lead in 6 months. Give that brother a chance. And then supervisor.
Right.
Night shift get a differential on their pay. So
He gonna get there. Man, I know some brothers, man, that went to seminary with me. And when they went to seminary, seminary for many times for people of color does not have the end result as our white brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
It's almost like a prerequisite for them to, be seminary trained, the purpose for that. And so when you spend 4 years in an academic program and then you cannot find employment in a church or something like that, or the church to be able to financially take care of you, you got to find another place. And if you've graduated from undergrad and then spend 4 years in school in what is considered a specialized degree and can't find employment, you got to start off from, another plan. And I know many brothers that are school teachers. And let's be honest with it. School teachers ain't bringing in the bag from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That takes a little time. But if the guy is serious and saying, I want to go back to school, I want to get, principal certification, I want to go back and maybe do PhD work, I want to get, superintendent certification, can you hold on with him? You want the end result, the superintendent. But at that point, what do you have to offer him at that level? Where have you guys maneuvered through? You want the end product. Can you be with them from the the voyage in between? Everyone wants the Barack Obama, but
Yeah,
can
but
you handle him when he was the Barry Obama?
yeah, Michelle had to like stick it
Yeah,
out.
she
She
put
had
in
to
that
stick it
work.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, now look at them. Look at them both.
right.
Brother done did some stuff. So,
Yeah,
ladies, you never know where your man is going to go.
right,
Just be a little bit patient. Now, if you know he's a scumbag now and he's broke and, he only going to become worse of a scumbag. So,
right,
don't stick around with those brothers,
right,
but those
right,
brothers with passion and vision and they know where they're trying to go, give those brothers a chance. And then also, ladies, dudes who are creative and they doing creative fields, a lot of times creativity don't produce money. So he'll try to make up in some other way. So just get a dude a chance.
right.
So we're gonna bring Omar on out here because I know he kind of anxious to get out here. So Omar, let's go for it. What up, Omar? We can't hear you, Omar.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
What's
Good,
going
good,
on,
good.
man?
Not much. Just here enjoying my time with you guys. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. You ready to get into it tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
brought the heat.
You brought the heat? Okay, ladies, I hope y'all ready because Omar brought the heat. You bring some condoms?
Yeah, always, always. You always got to wrap it up.
Oh my God, I knew you would go there, man. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
get
So, okay, so
with
tonight we're talking dope dance. Well, before we get started, Omar, tell us a little bit about you, man. Tell
oh,
everybody a
man.
little bit about you.
Yeah, so a little bit about me. So I'm a dad. I'm a dad of three boys, two teenagers, and a preteen. And I'm also a veteran. I served in the Marine Corps for 4 years, and after the Marine Corps, I've been in logistics, project management, and operations. So that's kind of like a 1,000 foot view of my background.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. So you said you have two teenagers and one preteen. How is it raising those boys? Because you're divorced now too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So how is it like co-parenting? How's that?
I'm not gonna lie. It can be difficult, right?
Yeah.
And um, when things are good, they're good, but when things are bad, they're bad. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it definitely takes a lot of patience, empathy, and love to maintain a good co-parenting relationship for the best of the kids and also for my sanity, right? So sometimes I have to bite the bullet and be the bigger person.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Jay, you experience some of that same stuff?
Oh yeah, that's
You're,
real. That's real. Um, I like how he said patience and understanding. You understand even the more the perspective of having a collaborative spirit,
yeah.
working together for the best interest of the child. He's just 10, and
Right.
Yeah.
so it has had its challenges at times, and then it's been times that were pretty good. You know what I mean? For me, what I just try to do is make sure that I am focusing my attention on him. And as
Yeah.
long as the conversations that we're having and the dialogue that he's having centers itself around him, it kind of lessens a lot of the drama. If it
Yeah.
moves outside of that, it could have the possibility of going in an area where neither her or myself want to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So with dating, so because both you guys are dating right now, you're not married or anything like that. So when you guys go out to date and women find out, well, do you guys feel sometimes women discriminate against you guys or eliminate you because you have kids?
I'm pretty sure there's women that that's one of their requirements, dating guys with no kids. But in
Yeah.
my experience, it hasn't been an issue, and I haven't felt like discriminated against because I have kids. Who knows? It might happen in the future, but so far it hasn't been the case for me.
So women are glad you have kids?
There, it's weird, right? Because like initially it's like, oh wow, like they're kind of shocked that I have three kids and let alone teenagers, right? And but there is a little bit of shit testing that goes on up front. But for me, it just comes natural being a present dad, an active dad in my kids' lives, where I don't even have to worry about putting up a front. I'm like, hey, this is me. I'm a dad, and my number one priority are these boys. And if it's not for you, I completely understand. So it's always become natural to me. And the women that I date, once they see that, I think it's a turn on.
Okay, nice. And what about you, Jay? Do you ever feel like you are scratched off the list because you have a kid?
No, no. When I started dating initially and everything a little after the divorce, being in my 40s, you meet women who's in their late 30s, 40s, early 40s, middle 40s, and some of them had children as well. And then some of them that did not have children, it was never an issue. I could imagine that it may have been an issue if I was in my 20s, maybe, a lot younger, but being in that, late 30s, middle, early 40s, no, it hasn't been that much of an issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you guys let women meet your kids? Like how long or what level do you have to get at before you want to meet, before you allow her to meet your kid? Either one of y'all can go for it.
I was very protective. It's going to take a while before you meet that. It's going to take a while before you meet. If any woman saw my son, it was like accident. You know what I mean? Like if it was at church and they was at church on the Sunday and they saw him, or maybe I stopped at a gas station or they were stopping there and they saw him. But it has not. No, I don't, because I feel like I have to protect him, and I want
Right.
him to have a good view of his father and how dealing with women and even how women deal with me. I want to have a healthy view of it. We all
Yeah.
know as older people, as older men, we understand that sometimes relationships don't last. You might have to have some breakups in between, um, for the good, and then breakups because it's like this is a horrible person to be with. But when you're a kid, you don't know the difference. You don't want to have women in and out, 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 in and out. You want to have the home for him and those kind of environments very stable and very grounded. At least I did. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Omar? They meet her when she's leaving out your bedroom the next morning?
No, no, for me, same thing. Like, it's never been a milestone. It's like if it happens, it happens. It has to happen organically. And if on a weekend I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go swimming? And that's how it happened with one of the girls I was dating. To where this past Fourth of July, we kind of planned doing a cookout, and it just happened that I had my kids for the month of July, and I was like, hey, by the way, I'm bringing my kids. And she was like, okay. But it wasn't like, oh my gosh, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, she's going to get to meet my boys. Like, it was never like that. If it happens, it happens. But, I'm kind of the same way, where I'm very protective. It's like, well, I mean, hey, this dating thing, it's between you and me, and it's nothing serious. So unless we go there, then, if you meet my kids, good. If you don't, and good as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you guys go ahead? I'm sorry, Jay.
I was gonna say, and I was a little bit more intentional. I don't know how Omar's, the custody with mother and the children were, particularly when it was younger. And even now, I guess. Mine is on the basis that we do Wednesday to Wednesday, so there's never a time within any given week that he doesn't see his mother or me. And so I made sure that when we had dates, it was always dates when he was not there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, same here. Anything that has to do with dating, it's usually when I don't have the kids, and when I have the kids, and it's rare that I have dates. And actually, it's never happened. But yeah, same way. It's one of those things that, like, when I have my kids and it's my custody visitation, then I want to be present and I want to focus on them. But yeah, when I don't have the kids, I'm out in these streets
Yeah.
for
Now, is it a turn off if a woman gets upset on the weekend that you have your kids and she want to go out? Like she want to go out, you'd say, "Hey, I got my kids this weekend," and she gets upset. Is that a turn off for you guys if that happened?
Yeah, for me it is.
Heck
I'm like,
yeah.
hey,
Boy. Heck
yeah,
yeah.
it's like, hey, like, and I'm pretty upfront. I'm like, hey, these are the weekends when I'm free. Don't ask on the weekends that I'm not free. And if it's one of those things that like, oh, I want to hang out with you, and she knows that I have my kids that weekend, then for me it is a turn off.
Yeah, yeah. I had a couple of them, Trip.
What
do you
really?
mean? Not in a very not nasty, but they was just like, but this is the only time I have. We can't do anything. You can't leave them at home. There's no one else to watch. Give us suggestions of you don't have anyone else that can watch. One of your fraternity brothers, one of your
fraternity brothers.
Right. And I just which I thought that was funny too. My whole perspective was like, what? No, absolutely not.
Did you drop her after that?
Oh, I played it real cool. I said, no, I can't do it this weekend. I'm with him. We're going to be engaging with each other, and we'll connect at a different time. Which meant I'm not calling you back again. Don't text me. We ain't. I thought it was selfish.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking if you can't understand the perspective of family dynamic and the importance of being with your children in this stage, what's it going to look like later? I cut it off.
Yeah. So what happens if maybe like your baby's mom can't keep the kid the following weekend, her weekend, and she needs you to take it on? So what happens with the girlfriend? She go 2 weeks without hanging out with you? See, y'all ain't never thought about that, have you?
I'm the worst. My thing is, it is what it is. It is what it is. My son is my number one priority. It is what it is. I'm trying to get to know you. You're the outsider trying to get inside access.
But what if she's been around for a while now?
If she's been around for a while, she should know my heart enough to know that he's a stand-up dude. This is what he's about. And she should be flexible with it. But then I should be flexible too, in the sense of saying, maybe can we do something during the week? Can we do and have coffee during the week? Can we do this during the week?
Coffee? Coffee? You done made me wait 2 weekends for coffee? You don't want no coffee?
Oh, so you're not getting to know me. You want to be treated. And that's cool. That's cool. If you want to be treated, there's a whole bunch of suckers out here that'll treat you because, John Patrick, my mother, she's all the way live.
Right, and all the way
live, man. Omar, my mom is all the way live, man. And I remember when I was about 16 years old, I've never forgotten this. I took this girl on this date, and 16, just got your driver's license, just got a car. And in Indiana, there's this place called Fazoli's. I don't know if there's any in Texas, man. It's like this little Italian place. It's almost like, cheap little place to go.
No, so we got Olive Garden over here, man.
No, man, this thing is like low budget Olive Garden. And so I was gonna take her to Fazoli's, and then we was gonna go to a movie. And when I took her to Fazoli's, she complained all the way there and said, "You're not gonna treat me. You can't take me someplace like Red Lobster." Now, mind you, I'm just in high school, man. I'm working at Finish Line. I don't got that kind of money to be taking you places. So she was like, "Well, you can go ahead and take me home." Ooh. So I went ahead and took her home. Sure did. And I got back home, and my mom was in the kitchen washing dishes, and my dad was sitting at the kitchen table. And my mom said, "What are you doing back so early?" I said, "Man, I was going to take her to Fazoli's, and then we was going to go to the movies." But she said, I didn't have any money to take her to someplace more expensive. And I said, "No, I don't have that kind of money." She said, "Well, you can take me home. You can't treat me." And my mom said, "Treat me?" She said, "Let me ask you something. Did you try to get some sugar by the girl?" "No, ma'am." "Did you try to get in the girl's pants?" "No, ma'am." "Did you open the door for the girl?" "Yes, ma'am." "Was you kind with the girl?" "Yes, ma'am." "Baby, you the treat. You the treat.
You're the prize.
You are the treat. You ain't trying to degrade the girl. You're not doing this. You are the treat." And if there's anything I've learned, I don't mean this in a negative way, but I'm the treat.
Yeah.
So if the idea is just to get a free meal, go get a free meal by yourself.
Yeah.
But if you want to know someone of quality, someone that is caring, someone that has substance, then I'm the treat.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this here. So would y'all date women that have kids?
Hell no. Woo!
We're gonna give you a second to retract that, Omar, and I'm gonna ask it again. So, would you guys date a woman with kids? Actually, yeah, we just got that question here. They just asked that.
Yeah, nope, 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 nope.
Jay, would you?
She's got to have if yeah, the girl I'm dating right now has a child. I've always been like, I got one. I can take a woman that has one.
What?
I only got one. I ain't got two. I ain't got three. And I'm not saying that that's a bad type of person.
So you guys are going to discriminate against women for something you're guilty of yourselves.
Hell yeah, I am. I am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. And I know that was Tammy asking, but and let me explain why, right? And nothing against, women that have kids or single moms, but just like, there's women that won't date men with kids, and for me it's one of those things that it has to be a box, right? And I'm not saying that in a couple of years that might be an option, but right now, where I'm at, I'm trying to date single women with no kids. The exception would be casual physical activities. That would be, hey, come to my house, after work or whatever. But I ain't taking you on no date. I ain't being no stepdaddy.
Oh, but you have 3 boys yourself. How can
you think it's a perspective because your boys are older and you're about to be empty nest at a few?
Yeah.
But dude, I met your boys. It's a lot to deal with them. They're super smart, but they all have strong personalities. So a woman they get with you, she's gonna have to deal with 4 grown men pretty much. So how can you say you won't date a woman with kids?
But see, she's gonna be entertained because my kids, they're funny. They got that humor, so they're always gonna make them laugh. So, I mean, like my friend over here said, I'm the prize, right? I'm the prize. So, I'm the treat. So they're gonna enjoy it. It's
Look at Tammy.
You see what Tammy said?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Omar, you can say you would not date a woman with kids, but you have kids.
Yes, I would say that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you've turned down women before because they have kids?
I haven't turned them down. It's just like I don't approach those women. Oh man, yeah. No. But
so
it's just one of those things that it's kind of ironic, and but everybody told me when I had that mentality or that idea or that desire or those qualifications, everybody told me, it's like, dude, you're not gonna find somebody with you're not gonna be able to date women without kids, because you have kids. But so far, all the women that I've dated after my divorce have been single with no kids. So it's kind of worked out, and they've been open to the idea of dating a single dad. So I think in a way, being that my kids are older, they're teenagers, and they're good kids, then I think that kind of opens up the pool for me to date younger women without kids.
Okay, so you pretty much have a age that you have an age limit that you will not exceed when you're dating. Like, what is the age range of women that you date?
I think both of us or just me.
Yeah, both of you. Yeah, both of y'all can chime in on that.
Well,
See, I'm sticking it right now to mid 20s. No, I don't discriminate. It could be early 20s or late 20s, but that's kind of the age range that I'm sticking to.
Okay, Omar, we got a comment for you. I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. It says, "How are you the treat with 3 kids? It seems like you're more like damaged goods." Respectfully saying, Omar, they coming for you with that no dating woman.
It's a group, right? So you got the king and the 3 prince. The 3 prince.
I like how she blasted him, and then she said, respectfully say it.
Oh my God. So, okay, so Jay, what age range would you date? Because Omar is looking for a young, impressionable, naive
A
woman that he
tenderoni,
can mold into whatever he wants her to be.
a
That's
young,
exactly what
a
I'm going.
young tender, a
Yeah.
young tender. I always did someone my age or younger. I just turned. How old did I turn? I just turned like 44 in August. I can't even get this out, Omar, because I'm laughing, baby. I just turned like 44 the 12th of August, and so I've dated women who are just my age and younger, not younger than 30, things of that nature. Because after that, you kind of lose some things that are common between you two.
Yeah.
The age gap is so much of a difference. But
But
yeah,
see, oh, yeah, you're 44. Omar is 34.
yeah,
So there's an age difference there. So when he's
right.
talking about he's dating a woman in her 20s, that's a good age for him.
That's a good age for him. Yeah,
That's a good age for him. But
yeah.
Omar, so you want him young. I'm not gonna call them dumb, but you want them young and impressionable, and you want to mold her into be the type of woman you want her to be.
Well, here's the thing. I'm wondering, Omar, do you want any more kids?
No, I don't want any more kids.
Okay.
But
So
what if she at 20 something? Those women are gonna want the kids. What happens then?
see, that's the key. That's the key. This is data right here, right? This is data right here. So essentially, what happens? I start dating these women, and in their head, they built this whole life around me, them, and my kids, right? So they're already like picturing, oh, okay, he already has kids, so they buy into the idea. But I've never presented that idea. I just let it go on in their head, right? Wow, while I'm getting the benefits of, you know, going down the road of commitment, but not actually wanting to commit. So is it right? Probably not. Is it
Oh
gonna burn me?
my.
Maybe, but it's working right now. So if it ain't broken, why fix it?
So, because right now you're not looking for anything serious, right? You're just like going along with it.
Yeah, I'm going along with it, but I think as time progresses and I continue dating these women, eventually something in them triggers where they're like, okay, what's the next step? What's the next progression? And for me, that's like, no. But to be fair, I am upfront about that. But somehow, I don't know if it's that intuitive thing that women have that it's like, no, I can change them. I'll be the one to change them. So that's kind of my experience with the women that I've dated so far.
Did you get
Okay.
married when you was young? When you were younger?
Yeah, I got married at 18.
So were you in the military at the time too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So
You know,
Jay,
most of
when
my bo- most
no,
of
no,
my
go ahead, go
most
ahead,
because
go
I
ahead.
was in the military. I was in the military too. I was in the Air Force.
Oh, thank
Uh,
you for.
yeah, thank you for your service too. And most of the guys that I know that got married young like that, like young at their first base, the first deployment base they were at, those that are in their 30s and things of that nature, in some way are like Omar too. Like, I'm not trying to get married in a hurry.
Right.
I'm trying to play out a little bit, because in those what my dad would call formative years, 18, 19, 20, and stuff like that, where most people, I was single and most guys are singles, he was married. So those are
Yeah.
major years in a person's life that he spent married. Now, I'm not saying that defends his case, but I get it.
Right.
I get it. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and I think that's what people have to understand. When a person get married young, because I think I actually just told two of my nieces, they're like 24 and 25. I told them, before you get into a serious relationship, well, not before you get in a serious relationship, but before you get married to a guy, you need to live by yourself for 2 years. No roommate, none, just experience that, being independent and alone in the quiet space, because when people get married at a young age, they miss out on a lot of stuff that matures other people. Those experiences, they don't have a lot of that. But Omar, we do have another thing for you. Oh my God, you are like the most hated again. What type of women are you dating that are falling for that garbage? So that's why. That explains a lot. So Omar, share some clear this bad perception of you of. What type of women are you dating, man?
But I'm dating some grown women that know what the hell they're getting themselves into. So why you hating on your sisters? It's like, hey, they know up front what the deal is, you know. And, and if they want to change their requirements mid dating period, then that's on them, you know. So like I said, I try to be up front, you know. Hey, this is how it is. Hey, while I date you, we can have fun, but you're not going to get commitment from me. And if they decide to stick around, then that's on them. Accountability.
And see, and I think that's a thing that a lot of
That is,
women
yeah,
fail to do because he goes in and he's upfront with
yeah,
where he is, what he's
yeah,
doing, and these women sign up for it. So you can't get mad at him once you catch feelings for him and you think he is a great guy. He wouldn't be on the show if he wasn't. But you find out he's this great guy, and then you think, oh, I can change him. He's going to want to be with me. He's going to see that I'm this great woman. No, this guy told you upfront, this is what I want. I don't want any more. And if you know you want a relationship, you know you not a hookup type chick, don't start hooking up. You
right,
can't blame that brother for being honest with you.
right.
And shout out to Joy Carol. She said number one reason not to marry early for men and women. So
I
Joy, is
agree.
that a question or is that like I think she was giving a comment based on what we said. Omar, you got a dude supporting you. The reason Omar can be picky is because there is a shortage of men. So, as John said, he is the treat.
There you go. Thank you, brother. I agree.
Okay, so here we go. So, when do you guys tell the baby mama you dating somebody? And
Never.
does that pose a problem?
No, it's none of her business. Like we were talking about earlier. Hey, let's keep it about the kids. You have your private life. I have my private life. Unless it's gonna be like a marriage or something like that, then as a courtesy, I'll let you know. But other than that, dude, like I keep it moving. It's like we communicate through an app. I don't have to see her in person, so I keep it to myself. And honestly, that's how it should be. So that's one of the things that I'm glad that I've been able to build with the mother of my kids, where I've built like really good boundaries to where if it's not a topic about the kids, then why are we having this conversation?
Wow. Okay. What about you, Jay? When do you tell your baby's mama that, hey, I'm dating somebody?
I think casual dating and then someone that you're serious with is two different things. So when it had to do with just casual dating, I never let her know. But it wasn't like my son was around him anyway, so he didn't even know, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the lady that I'm at right now, we've had some time together, and because of that, we've had significant time, 3 years together. I did his mother the courtesy and let her know because the relationship has moved to a different level than just the casual dating. But then
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
other hand, like I said, I don't know how Omar, how their custody arrangement is. My custody arrangement, we do Wednesday to Wednesday. So like, what's today? Today is what, Monday?
Yep.
So on Wednesday, he'll go back with his mother. He'll spend Wednesday evening after school, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday she'll take him to school, and then Wednesday afternoon I'll pick him up. So because he has equal share time between the both of us, it's a little bit more constant. And
Yeah.
so shielding that, um, particularly at the phase where our relationship is right now, I would have to tell. If I didn't, my son would say, I was doing this, or I did this, or I did this. Yeah.
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 Okay, so Omar, let me ask you this question because you have three boys. So if your ex-wife decides that she want to move to the next level with a guy, because it's different with a guy and somebody else's kids, and especially three boys, and all three of your boys have like extremely strong personalities. So the dude is going to try to be the alpha male in the situation. Do you hold that same thought process with her telling you that she's dating another dude, or would you expect for her to tell you up front? Because it's different with a woman coming in and one women is gonna pretty be loving on a boy, but when a man is taking lead of another man's kids, it's a little bit different because he tries to prove things. So do you want her to tell you that she's dating a guy, or do you not care?
Man, it's funny that you ask because like I'm going through that situation right now, and I'm as a courtesy, I can appreciate that she told me because she's moved in with the dude, and it looks like it's serious. So as a courtesy, I'm like, okay, I can be grateful that she kind of let me know. The thing that I've made it very clear is like, hey, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you found somebody, but don't forget that I'm their dad, and nothing's gonna change that, right? And as a matter
Oh Lord, she should have cussed you out.
as a matter
Oh
of fact,
shit, I'm the dad.
she's brought up like, oh, you should meet him, blah blah blah. I was like, eventually I think I'm gonna have to sit down and have a conversation, but I'm not ready for that, so I'm not gonna let her kind of pressure me into that. And it's crazy though, because we're going through round two of custody through the family court, and sure enough, old dude showed up with her, and I'm like, dude, like yeah, I get
I
it.
like him already. Yeah, he's
You're here to
supporting
support
her.
your fiance or whatever, but I would never do that. If I was in a situation, I'm like, hey, your kids, your custody or your arrangement, that's with the father of your kids. But to me, I can't respect that. But that's
You
just my
can't respect that. What are you talking about? You can't respect that. That's like cool that he showed up to support her.
well for me, in my opinion, I if I was in his shoes, I would have been like, "Hey, I'll support you from afar, but go handle your business with the father of your kids. I'll wait for you at home." So that's what I would have done, and that's not the way I would have liked to seen the dude, because I didn't even, it wasn't a proper introduction, right? So right off the bat, to me, it's just not a good start. Eventually, I know I'm gonna have to sit down and have a conversation, but for now, I just kind of want to let the dust settle and see how it goes.
Okay. So do you think you have double standards in regards to that? Because like you said that you don't think that was the right way for you to meet him, but you also said you don't have to tell her anything. So why does she have to set up a proper meeting?
No, she's pushing for that. She
Okay.
was pushing for me meeting him and having a conversation.
And you
Um,
said no.
I said no.
So you have to meet him how you meet him. He came to support his new lady
Yeah, but
with her.
he didn't even say, "Hey, what's up, dude?" or "Hey, by the way, I'm so and so." It was just like,
That is an awkward moment, man. That's
yeah,
an
Yeah,
that's
awkward
that's
what I'm saying.
awkward.
you're in court, and then he say, hey, man, I know you're fighting for
Exactly.
your boys, man, but how you doing? I'm the new boy.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
probably
Yeah,
would have been all whack too, man. That would have been more conflict than
that
anything else.
me. If I was in a situation, I would have waited. Because to me that's not a good start. But it is what it is. I can be the bigger person, and actually have that sit down
But
and
but
just
John, I feel him, man. I feel
You feel him.
on this level right here, on this right here, the worst place that you would want to possibly meet the guy that's in your ex's life is at the court scene where you are fighting for the custody of your children.
correct.
And particularly if you're a good guy, man, my situation. I had to fight for custody of my son to have that kind of things because we have a court system that is very antiquated as it pertains to custody rights.
Right.
Normally it doesn't matter how good the father is or whatnot. He has to fight from a vantage point of you, the man, and the children belong with their mother, which is very antiquated in some places. Some states have changed their philosophy.
Yeah.
I think Georgia's one of them. Maybe I want to say Washington State, but Texas, by and large, it has very antiquated kind of custody arrangements. And so, when a father who's been a good father, he may have been a horrible husband, but he's been a good father, who is
Yeah.
fighting for their children, the worst place that you would want to meet the new dude is when you're trying to fight for the children that he's seeing on a regular basis or whenever he
Okay.
wants.
But to this guy's defense, I'm glad we're talking about this because I got to be a little devil's advocate here.
Yeah,
So she tried to set up meetings with Omar
I get that
outside
too.
of the court.
I get
So
it too.
they tried
You're
to
right.
go the right way about doing it.
You're
And
right too.
Omar decided, no, I don't want to do that now. He made a choice to do that. And I'm quite sure that day when she went to the court, she probably was like, you see how immature he is. He wouldn't even want to meet you. So I need you to come and support me.
Yeah.
I'm just playing
I
Omar.
get it. I get it, Omar. I get it.
Yeah, but I get it too.
It's a very vulnerable position. Man, let me tell you something. Men win custody battles not in court. Men have a share of having equality in custody way before court. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If you're a good dad, you should have been a good dad from birth. Don't all the way to court and try to be this heroic father. You don't have a track record. But for guys that have had this long standing with their children and they love their children, they will sacrifice for their children. Their relationship with the mother may have been wrong. It may have been her fault. It may have been his fault. It may have been both of their fault. Or maybe they just grew apart. Who knows? But if he loves those children and he cares about those children, it is a very sensitive point for a man when he goes into court thinking, I have to fight for custody of my children when I'm a good dude.
Right.
That's hard.
Yeah. And then the thing too, and just trying to be understanding and patient and loving in this whole experience that the whole reason why we did round 2 of custody battle was because she decided to move to where this guy lives, right? And it was it was conflicting with our geographical restriction in our divorce decree. So in a way, I'm like, okay, like at the end of the day, I get it. Like I said, wish her the best, and I'm happy that she's moving on. But you breaking our legal agreement,
that's not cool.
Is it the best for the kids? Probably not, right? So
yeah.
to me, like, and that's probably also another reason why right now I would stay away from dating a single mom, because I can empathize with the father if he is a good dad and he's active in his kid's life. Like, I wouldn't want to be the reason why, they would find, not saying that this would happen, but they would have to go to court again to negotiate a new agreement or let the judge kind of rule. So in part, I can empathize with other fathers. They're in the same situation as I am, right? So the more I can advocate for that, then I know it's kind of hypocritical. Then that's just kind of the route that I want to go.
Nice. Okay, so fellas, let's come up with 4 do's that a woman should do when she's dating a guy with kids. What do you think are benefits that will win that man over for that woman?
Oh wow, four things, right? That are positive
that woman should do if a man have kids. Like, should she be patient?
Yeah, understand. Respect the time that he has with his children. Because patience, patience can always, patient for what? And that's on a woman's perspective. You're asking me to be patient for what? I just be patient in the sense of being respectful of the time that I have with when the child is there. Be patient be patient with knowing when you're gonna meet the child. It may take a while. The idea is not for you to know the child. The idea is for you to get to know me.
Right.
Because she may not like me. You know what I mean? She may not like me. And the child may be, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for her. Or she may like the child. She may like me, but the child can't stand it. Like, no. So, be kind of patient with the perspective of when you're going to see the child. Those are 2 I can think of off the bat.
Okay, Omar, what you got?
To expand on what he just said, I would say also, like, respect the boundaries, because one of the things that single dads are really good at is that we figured out is setting boundaries around our kids, around our co-parenting relationship, right? So we're very cautious with women that we date because we go into it with already preset boundaries that maybe women are not used to when dating other dudes without kids, right? So that to me, boundaries are a big thing. So respecting boundaries and being aware that, hey, the single dad has some good healthy boundaries, because boundaries are important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because your last dude let you meet his kid the first date, the next dude may not do that. It's
May
not a
not do
person, it's not a reflection of you. It's just that people have different parenting skills, and some people are more protective of their kids than others. So women, don't hold that against them, on that. So what are some don'ts that women shouldn't do?
Oh shit! Don't ask me, baby mama. Don't ask to beat baby mama. I want to beat the mother of your kids. No, no, you don't. Trust me,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah. Understand that while we're dating, you still on the outside. So what the conversation that goes on between me and the mother of the child is the conversations that we have. Don't involve yourself in that. Stay out there. Yeah, stay
So,
out.
okay, so should she not give advice based off of what the guy has told her about the baby mama, or should she just stay solid?
No. I think she can give advice, but understand that the advice that you give does not always mean compliance. And
Right.
just because I don't comply to that, don't get some kind of attitude. But I told you what to do. You gave a suggestion.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
does not equate my compliance.
Okay, so what's two more? What she so don't ask to meet the baby mama, and what was the second one?
Respect the boundaries that you have for the
Respect the
children.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's
Mhm.
another don't? Don't just show up unannounced on the weekend when you have your kids.
Yeah,
Man,
that's a good one.
man, that's just
Oh,
period.
you're
Even
like, I
before
was
you
in
don't have,
the neighborhood. I was
even
in
if
the
you
neighborhood.
don't
I
have
figured I'd
children,
stop by.
yeah.
Brought to
Even
my
if you don't have children, they'll just pop up.
Okay, and then what do you guys think about don't like on the weekends he have with the kids? Don't get jealous if he's trying to spend time with his kids and not you.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, don't get jealous of the kids, because that's probably one of the biggest turnoffs. It's
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
no, you can't do
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
will say this, man, that you never said, John, and it was funny. I'm not gonna say this radio station, but every year during Christmas, they're always like, we gonna we got Christmas gifts for moms and Christmas gifts for moms and things of that nature, so moms can have a happy Christmas raising their children. And I used to be like, what about the fathers that are out here raising their children? We can't get no gift for our kids, neither. We can't call in and somebody pay our rent, neither. But we out here.
Oh my god.
I used to, oh my gosh, that used to be the wackest, man.
Wow. So, ladies, we hope you got some do's and some don'ts from here.
Yeah,
There's a couple of things you should not do when you are dating a guy that have kids, but do not rule a guy out that has
right.
kids, because especially one that is taking care of his kids and everything. And don't think because a man have kids that all his money is tied into child support, because there are some guys that still make enough money that they can support you and your and everything y'all got going on. So don't rule those men out for that either. And then another don't is don't date Omar if if you want a relationship right now. He
Right.
does not want a relationship.
And
But
then don't think also that every guy is doing child support, because I don't pay child support. So
oh,
every
Right
guy,
there, ladies.
every guy is not on the child support thing. Well,
Exactly. Omar, what?
in the sense of giving money, you still support your child even when they're with you,
right.
but in the sense of giving monetary resources over to the child's mother. Yeah.
Because I work in payroll, so I see cases of these guys that have garnishments on their checks. Some men have 8 or 9 kids, so they have by different mamas.
Oh,
So
Ooh.
they checks are hardly anything. So those are probably the people you don't want to date. But yeah. So Omar, you was about to say something?
yeah. But if you do want to casually date a dad without commitment, hit me up. Hit me up.
If you are 26 and below, right?
No,
What's your
30 and below. 30 and below.
30 and below. So if you
But the exception would be if you're in your 30s and you're single mom and you don't want any commitment, just some casual, dating, hit me up.
and when he mean by dating, he mean you call him at 10 o'clock and he's gonna come over and crawl through the window and leave out.
Exactly.
So thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Omar and Jay, thank y'all for coming on here and dropping this truth tonight, man. Really enjoyed you guys for being here. So thank everybody for being here tonight. And y'all have any final words y'all want to share with the people out there?
No, thank you for inviting me, and Jay, it's been great having this conversation with you, and thank you,
absolutely.
the audience, tuning in. And I would say that there are a lot of great dads out here that are trying to commit and find a relationship and eventually get married. I'm not there yet, but eventually, I think give me about 2 years and I'll be there. So if you want to wait for me, Tammy, hey, wait.
I love it, Tammy.
Yeah, my thing is, sisters, look for a man that has substance. Look for a guy that has substance. Look for a guy that has substance.
And that's not Omar right now.
Oh, I got substance. I got substance, John.
But yeah, look for men that have substance and don't rule a man out with kids. I mean, there's a lot of great fathers out there, so do not ruin them out. And Omar is a great father. I've been with him and his boys before, and he's amazing. So he's a good guy. So don't even rule him out for this buffoonery he's been saying here tonight. But thank y'all for watching. Oh, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure you click on that like and share this video with everybody. Show us how much you love it. And come back on next Monday. We got a special guest that's going to be with us, and I'm super, super excited about it. Go out on TikTok. Follow the podcast on TikTok. Also, follow it on, like I said, YouTube and Instagram. And if you want to follow Omar is on Instagram, OJ Anaya. That's all you got to look for out there on Instagram. Go out and follow him. Don't send him any hate mail. And then if you want to follow Jay is on Facebook, Dr. Jonathan B. Adams. So go out and follow both of these guys. And if y'all need some advice, make sure y'all hit these guys up because they got a lot of it. They like to talk. So, yeah. Until the next time, peeps, deuces. Peace.